Hello everybody, today is Wednesday, February 28th, last day of the month. It's 2:13 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm recording this video midday. It's a couple of hours before the regular session closes. On my left is the time and sales for the Emini S&P, currently trading at 2754.75. Really great day for the Autotrader today. We had quite a few charts that won for the day. First up is the NASDAQ on a 1597 Heikin-Ashi tick chart, and on this one you can see the equity graph here. We had really no losing trades. The equity was straight up here, so you can see our first long trade here, followed by a very well placed short that was filled on our limit order, and looks like we might have had a very tiny loser here, a couple of ticks, just a little dip in the equity, but it looks like about 3 winning trades and one very tiny loser right here. You just see this tiny dip in the equity curve, and this did 2190 for the day. Our settings on this chart is a limit order with an 8-tick pullback, and you can see on the bar here, the close of the bar and our fill much higher than the close, meaning we had to pull back to fill. And I think on this I adjusted the profit target somewhat. I had observed on this chart that the first target was only going a bar or so, and so I did adjust the profit targets on this and adjusted the trailing stops, and apparently that was the right move. This had a really strong profit for this. Our daily goal on this was 2250 with a loss limit of 2000, and we probably hit our goal, and then when we hit our goal we use a market order, so we had a couple of ticks slippage on our exit. Now our profit targets are not market orders. Our entries and our profit targets are both limit orders. So for all practical purposes, we don't have slippage on our trades. We would only occur slippage when we hit our goals for the day. And sometimes, if you've seen our videos before, we have positive slippage. Okay, this is the DAX on a line break chart. This is a 34-tick line break chart, and you can see the line break. We have a close above 3 bars here, and then our pullback from the close of the bar to get filled on our limit order. This one has a limit with a 5-tick pullback, and our daily goal on this is 2000, so we probably hit our goal and then had some slippage on our market order. But it looks like we had 4 winning trades in a row, caught every one of these swings, and so it made for quite a good day. Okay, next up is the Emini S&P on a regular Renko chart. This is a limit order with a 1-tick pullback, and we are filtering the trades with a higher time frame, Super Renko 6, and this did 1687.50 today. And take a look at our daily goal here, which was 1750, so we probably had slippage at the end here, but pretty impressive looking trades here. And our higher time frame filter doing its job, keeping us out of this whipsaw here. I think this one is trading 3 contracts. It's trading 3 contracts, and I actually have fixed targets here of 16, 31, 42 ticks. But at 16 ticks, we're trailing by a bar. So pretty respectable, solid performance on just regular Renko bars. Okay, next up is the NASDAQ on a 10-tick regular Renko chart, and this was somewhat active today. This did 1500 for the day. Our profit goal here is 1500, so we hit our goal with no slippage. It's a limit order with a 7-tick pullback. So the logic on the pullback here is that the size of the Renko bar is 10, so if I get a 1-bar pullback, I'm definitely going to get filled. From the looks of this, it looks like my first target might be a little short, but maybe not so much, because it's actually serving us on these smaller swings. This was quite an excellent trade here. But if I scroll back a little bit, you can see we had a little bit of choppy action and got whipsawed. The losers weren't that big here. It wasn't devastating, and kind of testimony to that the Autotrader can absorb several losers in a row and still recover. Our total drawdown here was only a little over $300 as a result of this. Okay, next up is the mid cap on a Super Renko 14 tick, and our goal here is 1400. So on this one we had positive slippage, fairly active on the chart, but hitting our goal for the day on 2 contracts. Okay, next up is the Emini S&P on a Super Renko 6 tick that starts trading pre-market. This is a limit order with a 2 tick pullback, and our daily goal on this is 1,000. So we had 1 tick of positive slippage, and it looks like we had a total of 5 trades, 1 loser and 4 winners here, bringing us up to our goal. Once again, our Emini S&P on a Super Renko 2 tick chart, hitting our goal of 750, and looks like it had a tick of slippage. There was a number of trades here, kind of a mixed bag, some winners and some losers. But overall, pretty solid performance in that it hit our goal. It looks like we drew down about 150 here. And then these 2 trades here is what really put us over the finish line. So our goal on this is 750. We had 1 tick of slippage with our market order at the end. A very nicely placed couple of trades here back to back. Okay, next is the Emini S&P on a 987 tick line break chart. This had 4 winning trades in a row, and it did 1225 for the day. Our goal on this is 1300, so indeed we probably did a market order here and had slippage at the end of the day. This, even though this is a line break chart, this is a limit order at the close of the bar. So pretty impressive performance. I've always believed in line break, and it was always my goal to have it in the Autotrader, and this has proven to be a pretty reliable strategy. Okay, the crude oil again on our Precision Renko 8 tick with a 150% reversal. Remember, on the Precision Renko, I don't recommend going over a no higher than 200% reversal because of the way the bars form. 150% reversal works pretty good on this chart. Our news filter here, this is where we exited the trade. Obviously not the best decision, but still the volatility always doesn't work like this. Usually you have swings, substantial swings in both directions, but here the crude oil just tanked. Anyway, this did 970 for the day. This is where we stopped trading, and we didn't get back in until the market reversed to the long side, and we caught a couple of long trades here, and our goal on this is $1,000, so we had a couple of ticks of slippage with our market order at the end. Okay, the Emini S&P on a Super Renko 4 tick, and this had a little bit of a drawdown, about $400, a couple of losers back to back here, and then it caught this major sell-off here and kind of took it up from there, and it did 712.50 for the day. The goal on this one is 750, so we had some slippage with our market order at the close of trading. Okay, the gold contract was active today, about half a dozen trades or so, and it was up and down and then up, and we closed at 460 for the day in the gold on 2 contracts. Okay, there's one last chart that I didn't show, I forgot to show. This did about 900 for the day, and I don't have the P&L window plotted here because I had to make a few screenshots for Ninjatrader, and I couldn't show the P&L window for my listing in the ecosystem, so I took it off this chart, but it had quite a good performance today. This particular setup here has fixed targets of just 12 and 14 ticks. So that means every time you see this trade here where both targets were hit, that's 26 ticks. So we hit our target. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 here, and there was a couple of losers. These were small, but 4 trades at 26 ticks is over 104 ticks minus the losers. We ended up with about, on 2 contracts, 50 ticks on 2 contracts would be $1,000. So when you balance out the losers, we ended up with about 50 ticks net on this chart. But you can see the winning trades here, and again, sometimes fixed targets work really good. The way I came up with the fixed targets was observing the average size of the swings on these charts, and I just went with a fixed target, and that worked out pretty good on this size chart. That's all for today's video. If you'd like to find out more, please visit our website at bluewavetrading.com or send me an email to systems@bluewavetrading.com. Thanks for watching today.